Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. It is race day. After the last race in October 2020, we are back to open the season at the Albert Park in Melbourne. No other track I had more race starts than here in Melbourne with 2 podium places. Unlike last year, it's a summer sunny day with pleasing 25 degrees Celsius and no rain in sight. So a dry race with a chance to enjoy the fast corners in full speed. The first section on my mind is of course the turn 11 and 12 section. Ultra fast with fast direction change before the next braking zone. The typical Melbourne chicanes offer plenty of chances for an overtake, although following other cars appears to be a huge challenge on this track. 43 laps is the race distance with a lap length of 5.303 kilometers. Jannes Walborn was the last year's winner and he's keen to repeat that victory. So many questions are still unanswered, so now it's finally time to get these. But before we hit the track, I just want to mention that over 90% of you guys watch my videos in the last 2 months have not subscribed to my channel. So if you do enjoy this video and want to see more of those in the future, please consider hitting that subscribe button. This little effort from you guys really helped me out a lot. But anyway, now let's get back to the track. So with all that stuff out of the way, I want to say let's start our first ever qualifying lap of this year. Let's start now 8th gear, almost 300 kilometers an hour, braking at 100 meters into turn 1 and 2. Clean and tidy, alright. Now again accelerating. Almost hitting 8th gear, again braking at 100 into turn 3. Oh man. Nah. This is not how I want to start the year.
Runde wird aberkannt.
Well,
Das gibt's doch nicht. Jetzt werde ich auf den Desktop geschmissen.
yes, I got thrown to the desktop, losing my front wing, losing my time, so it's all over. Going down to the pits again, now try to get out of the way of Bent Reader, who now complains, I'm really sorry, I cannot do anything. I mean, I'm just...
Gino Giorgianos schnellste Runde wird aberkannt.
Okay, so I'm just there.
Mann, das oh!
Oh shit. Chill, dude.
Das darf doch nicht wahr sein. Jetzt geht Discord auch noch an. Schmeißt mich schon wieder auf den Desktop.
Yeah, now I got thrown to the desktop again. So I'm really sorry for slowing down in the pits, but...
Ich sehe nichts mehr.
Yeah.
Ich sehe jetzt nur noch über OBS, wo ich hinfahre.
That's not how I want to start the year.
Vielleicht Aufnahme ausmachen.
But never mind. It's better to start out of the pits while the lights are on. Not for me, and the race is free. So, welcome 2021. There they are, disappearing in afar. Now I can go. Yannick Malaika as well from the pits. So it was crucial to stay ahead of him at the exit of the pits. Yeah, the first complaint goes to Jannes Walborn. Congratulations, your first title. Anyway, they're the first guys, and you know, just a careful start into the race. Get up to temperature, also the brakes and the tires. Being on a hard prime, so on a hard set, it's a bit more difficult as these tires logically has a bit less grip. But there's my first victim. So now I'm 22nd. You know, yeah, try to stay ahead of Malaika, but at the same time, try to close down to the guys ahead to progress through the field. So P21, just a second behind Calder. Okay, so let him go.
Ich lasse ihn ziehen.
Because apparently Malaika is on the soft set, so he's gonna be quicker anyway. Oh, there's something going on. While Travis Calder spins away. Now I get up to 21 again. And hey, this was the first lap of the year. Congratulations. A positive one, I would say, because I gained 2 places. But stop talking bullshit. Now it's really time to progress through the field. It's going to be really crucial. as I'm planning to go a full-length stint. Our team is one out of two teams with a huge tank of 80 liters, so we're more or less the only ones who are able to go a long stint over half of the distance. And that's what I'm trying to do with, because there's, obviously starting out of the pits, that's a big train there. Starting out of the pit is a compromise because you already lost time. So you can gain the time by just try to go out as long as possible while everybody else has to pit for fuel. So many people have 60 to 70 liters tanks, so they are unable to go over half a distance. So they will have to pit twice or even more. Depends on how the tire life is. So this is pretty much the only chance I have for points by just staying out as long as possible and try to reduce one stop. I was hoping to have a more free drive. Now I'm stuck behind Tim Brendel on P20, which is shockingly to see him there. There's some dust. Band Breeder made a mistake and paid for it with a bunch of places. It's quite shocking to see Tim Brendel down to P19. He was a pole master last year in the championship winning car, so that's a huge blow right now to see him right ahead of me so far down the grid. So Malaika also stuck in a train there, now doing my move, which I learned many years ago. And I'll break him into this corner, but give him enough space because I was knowing he tries to stay with me, but activating my overtaking boost button to put myself ahead of him. So P19. The more interesting thing is that it's difficult to attack and overtake when everybody around you is what is going on there.
Unfall Kurve 2.
Okay, schlimm.
No. So Malaika was taken down by a Menziel Grand Prix car who went on the grass and spun around. Oof, that's hard for Malaika. Starting from the pits and then being taken down. That's hard. But okay, yeah, gotta be him, I guess.
Ich glaube, ein Racer oder so hat sich gedreht.
Or it was, I don't know. But what matters is that I got 2 places up by doing practically nothing. I was struggling to keep up with those guys because these are the drivers being on a soft tire. So that's what I wanted to say. It's difficult to progress through the field if you're on the slowest tire of them all.
Kann halt nicht früher boosten, weil ich sonst in die Wand fahre.
So there's another gap to Mark Schluter and Decutus on P16 and P15. So trying to close that down is rather difficult. It's just a waiting game, more or less. I have to outweight my opponents until their tires are gone, while I can, close down and maybe take some advantage of it. Or maybe they will crash or spin around themselves. I don't know. But this is something which really helps me. In the meantime, my teammate Lucas Schmidt, by the way, 2-time VFC champion of 2017 and 18, just by the way, he's fighting for a podium position, if not for the win.
Larry, du bist im Moment der zweitbeste auf Hard.
Oh, that's...
Weiter so.
Wer ist der Beste?
I'm the second fastest on a prime set.
Ja, offensichtlich Polenz, der auf Platz 3 fährt.
Yeah, right, I forgot.
Copy.
Yeah, just a bit slower than Pascal Polenz on P3, I think he is. So, well, that's actually positive to be, beside Polenz, the fastest on a prime set. And I think I'm one of... I think I was one of 3 guys on this tire. So, I'll take that as a positive thing. And I close down to Decutus, almost a second. There he is. And he spins away.
Okay, immer noch 5-4. Die Zeit
that's tough for him.
Langsam ein.
But there's P16.
Decutus hat sich gedreht.
Exactly, just 4 seconds to Mark Schluter. and a further second to Luke at Zorn on P14. And if you just think 2 places ahead, there's the first point place. So looking good so far.
Prozent vorne.
On lap 8 and we're still on
Nach 8
P16.
Runden. Wie viel Prozent waren das bisher?
Well, I'm closing down to Schluter, just, well, maybe a few tenths, but it's just about to come, because their tires are about to get down.
3,75.
Okay, das ist gut.
So there's some smoke. Oh, what's happening there? Soren, Peisler, what happened there? But hey, I'm on P4 again, you know, picking up 2 places by just basically doing nothing. So, well, that's pretty lucky strike for me today.
Luca war anscheinend an der Box, oder Levery?
No,
Nein, da war irgendwas in der letzten Kurve.
Okay, umso besser.
so there, I don't know what happened, but there was a Racer
Was fahren die
GP
vorne?
and
Seiten.
a
Du verlierst
Saldo
nichts mehr. Zeit
tangling up. So
Okay, das ist
I don't know, but the bad thing
Ja,
is
es kann halt
that I
riesig
lost some
24
time to
Meter
Schluter,
fahren.
just around 7 tenths, because I had to lift. You know, not only because of yellow flag, but I was not knowing what they were doing. So just by avoiding crashing into them, I had to slow down a bit. And I know that Soren is on a soft tire as well.
Wir konnten eine Gap kriegen.
So now it's interesting to see what he's gonna do. Because, you know, the soft tire is better than my prime tire, so
Und zwar folgendes, auf
actually
Schluter.
should be
Wir könnten
faster,
vor Schluter
but-
rauskommen, wenn wir noch ein paar Runden so weitermachen.
uh,
Welcher Platz?
one side bad thing, but for me right now a good thing is that the dirty air effect is so huge on this track that it's simply impossible to overtake unless you're so much faster and have, I don't know, 1000 horsepower more. I think, yep, there's one car going into the pits,
Okay,
so
that's
another place. Oh, this was a lap car, possibly. So no position gain, but still the gap is just 1 second between Soren and
Kannst du mir
myself.
bitte durchsagen, was gewispert wird? Ich höre nichts mehr.
Alles klar,
Ja,
Yeah, by the way,
wir driften.
whispering problem as well. So from the technical side, many things go wrong, but
Sobald es sich betrifft, sage ich dir.
the main thing is the
Ich habe
race,
nur gesehen,
and
dass eine Strafe ausgesprochen wurde, habe aber nichts
Ja.
gesehen. Gehört
the
meine
main thing is that the race works fine. So let's stay for another lap and have a look at the rear mirror, as Soren is quicker. It's obvious, but maybe he's on a lower fuel load, which is obvious actually, because 50 liters is I think he can take 60. So considering that we're in the 10th lap of the race,
Okay, mit einem Stop für weiter auf 2 Stop würden wir vor Schluter rauskommen. Wenn du jetzt eine Runde in Ruhe lässt und hinterher fährst, denke ich, könnten wir es riskieren. Wenn du willst.
so different strategies for Lucas are available to
Und haben
get
wir
out of the
PR,
fights and
sieht's
try
aus?
to gain some time.
Was?
Wie sieht's da aus? Also haben wir davor Platz zum Fahren?
This
oder?
guy is
Ist das
extremely
okay? Ist das okay?
quick, by the way.
Was geht's machen?
I mean, he's a wise champion in a second division of the Formula Sim Racing League of the FSR, and this is quite huge. So this is just another GOAT level, and he had some experiences in the main racing series there. So you know, he's a really good driver.
Also wir müssen
And
entweder das riskieren, dann kommt
and to
er
me, it's
entweder
like,
hinter Volborn raus oder vor ihm.
I don't know
Wenn wir noch ein
how
paar Runden
Nico
fährst,
Rosberg
kommen wir eventuell
might
sogar vom
fell
Kampf
at the
raus, dann
presentation
auf
of the
Platz
2010 Mercedes, having Michael Schumacher beside, you know,
Also die Situation
because
ist, dass der
everyone was
Anfang
talking
alle
about Michael
aufzuhalten, weil
Schumacher
der
coming
Fehler
back,
macht.
the 7-time champion, the best driver of all time, and they're standing you beside him and be like, am I just free air for you or what? I'm just there too, so why don't you talk about me too? And you know, this is kind of a feeling I have right now, because everyone is thinking that Schmidt will be carrying this team, and he does right now, because he is in a good position to score a podium, while I'm down there on P13 trying to regain all the positions I lost due to my unfortunate qualifying session. So, you know, it's just strange feeling, but on the other side, hey, if Schmidt gets the opportunity to win then another championship,
Ich will doch nicht
Peters
von
in der
Oh,
McGinnis
there's
der
Kevin Peters, by
Undercut
the way, the current champion.
Was geht's mir?
Going wheel to
Du
wheel.
sagst es, sobald wir
Wasn't a really smart idea. Now I have
Yeah.
to block
19
Luca, who is certainly on a
Yeah.
soft tire. I saw the red marks on his set. So he
Also
didn't
müssen wir
complain, but
jetzt-
it was difficult.
Ja,
I
15
think
und
he
16, das kann ich.
didn't have
Also wir
some,
könnten die Runde rein.
didn't have
Das
more,
passt schon.
more momentum out of turn 1 to get around me. So
Oder sonst die nächsten.
I was trying, because it is huge
Peters
to
ist direkt
stay.
vor mir rausgekommen in Kurve 1.
Yeah, it was huge to stay ahead of Peters due to the, dirty air. He's gonna overtake me anyway. It's no question about that. But having
Ich wollte noch unbedingt vor ihm
a,
sein,
form,
aber es hat nicht
a
geklappt.
few more corners, free air before he overtakes me helps me out a lot by taking care of my tires and maybe pulling away a bit more to Soren, even though I'll be overtaken. So that was a huge moment. Maybe from other side, an unnecessarily taken risk. All was good. So we all carry on with our races. Peters is certainly attacking. You can see it on the smoke. So still P13, but just not far away from the points. So lap 14. Lucas is a bit frustrated
Ich glaub's.
due to his position right now, but now I'm on P7 because the most guys on a soft tire are now in the pits. And this was actually my pit window as well. Lap 14, preferably lap 15, to avoid clashing with Lucas in a pit, to get on a new
Jetzt bin
set.
ich halt im nächsten Start in der
But to be
Stube,
honest, it
aber
feels
ich
good
bin
to
wieder
see myself on P7, a position I was not quite often last year, and if I was, then something happened again, like in Spa. But don't want to talk
Ja, weil
about
ich jetzt
last
nicht
year.
viel
So
getankt habe.
Tim Brendel 3.5 seconds behind.
Ah,
He's holding himself good there,
oh,
and
das
Barvik
macht-
just 7.
Okay, ich muss mich beruhigen.
So actually, it's quite good. I mean, the guys I'm racing with are now behind, because they pitted. So all I can do now is try to extract everything I have, and you can see on a middle left part that my front left tire is around 64%. So he's
Voll da drin.
he's not dying, but he's
Knese an der.
not the freshest one.
Yeah,
So
he's a
try
forward
to extract
thrower.
everything you have, and then you can
Knese
see
auch
where you end
Weiß.
up.
Naja, die waren alle so.
With 50% done, we're just about to start
13,5 Runden
lap
reicht für 4.
22 exactly. Just thinking about pitting, because my former teammate Yannick Barvik is now in my rear mirror. So
Vorne links der Reifen 50.
yep, now we have 50% on the front left, and Barvik is under pressure by Jan Winter, the substitute driver for Beta Julia team, and he's quick. Barvik is quick. He closed down
Keine
a
Chance.
gap from I think
Ich
4
weiß nicht, was
or
ich machen soll.
3.5 seconds, and is now within a second on my rear wing. But knowing that it's so difficult to overtake here, I'm not bothered by him too much. Especially, what is he gonna do? Then let him go if he is faster. There's no point in fighting, in defending as much as you can. If he is close enough, then let him go, because fighting against him will cost more time and it will hurt my strategy. Because all the seconds I lose by defending to him, I lose it because of a wrong line in the corner, meaning that I'm losing race time, meaning that those few tenths or those few seconds could decide where I go out of the pits. So I'm still on P7, it's still looking good, but I don't know when Barvik is gonna pit. What I certainly know is that in 3 laps it's gonna be time for me. So especially with those worn tires, it's simply pointless.
In 2 Runden haben wir vielleicht eine Lücke, Lukas, also bleib ganz ruhig.
So let's see what he can do. As I said, I'm just doing my thing. I'm not bothered by the human car behind.
Oder ist das... Ich sehe das
And
nur
just do
mit
what
der
I can.
Aber ist wahrscheinlich nicht drin.
If he's close enough to
Das
rotate,
Larry, das wäre kein Problem.
then
Das Problem
let him
ist
go.
Marek und es könnte sich halt lösen in ein paar Runden.
and you can
vielleicht
clearly
einfach-
see that he's closing down on braking, especially on under braking. Now just 4 tenths into turn 11 and 12, a tricky section, especially if you're too close behind someone. But he's going good. He's no understeer. Now he's using the boost, while I didn't. Okay, so I opened the door for him. Whether he was too unsecure to get it, get his car in there, or maybe he saw not the gap he wanted to see, because I wanted to let him go. If he's attacking or if he's going for it, let him go. And in lap 25, it's about time to release Borovik from my beautiful rear wing to get into the pits. Now he can drive so much quicker. I had a little train of 3 cars behind me already,
Wird knapp am
and now they
Exit.
can go. Exiting now, and
Yeah,
I'm on a
this
safe
is the
14th position. Gino Gaggiano is
Last
9
two.
Du hast
seconds
selber gesagt, du bist
behind,
gut
and now I have 7.5 seconds to Zorn. But now the main game starts, because now I'm on a fresh set of option tires, meaning that I can close down to the guys ahead of me as quick as they did when I was ahead of them on the prime
Nice
set.
job.
So now it's other way around.
Gut, das wäre jetzt endlich mal frei.
Now it's
Fahrt,
difficult to push, but not to push, you know? Staying out on a soft tire for 18 laps is huge. At some point, the huge cliff will come, and it's important to delay this point as far as possible, you know? Even though the guys ahead of me might be on a worn tire, so it's difficult to push and to gain the time to the guys ahead of me, but at the same time not over push the car, not kill the tire, to be alive at the end of the race.
Schubert
A
steht,
crucial
Schubert
situation
steht,
right now.
Der steht.
So lap 28, Alex Kraft is in the pits with some other guys, Yannick Barwick as well. So now I'm on P10, and this is fantastic, because if I do no mistakes at all,
Kurz, ich muss mich Larry jetzt mal kümmern.
I'm for sure in the points. Luca Zorn is 3-4 seconds ahead of me. Now there's a lapped car.
Okay, Larry, also du fährst gerade 1,7 Sekunden schneller als Luca vor dir.
Okay, that's positive. 1.7 seconds
Ich habe
faster
aber
than
keine
Luca.
Ahnung, wer die Box muss und wer nicht. Also fahr einfach so weiter, schon die Reifen tendenziell
Ja,
und...
Code Cativo.
Okay, perfekt.
Okay, that's a great sign. So positive things again, and being on 10th place is, as I said, a positive thing, because I'm safe on the points. If there's nothing happening anymore, nothing important, I mean, means that I will stay in the points till the end of the race. And considering that I started from the pits in 23rd or 24th position, it's quite remarkable thing. Don't wanna say too many things about myself, but you know, still it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, especially after what we had last year, what we had to experience.
Das ist direkt hinter
So now the gap. There he is. Now braking for turn 1. There he is, little Luca.
Gemacht, oder? Muss der noch rein?
Keine Ahnung.
So I'm certainly closing
Yeah, it's
down
really
with my
fun.
fastest lap of 1:25.7, which is not
Das ist gut nebenbei.
not a lap which, you know, I actually can go. What I can do is, oh, hello Luca. He did a mistake. Now stranding on a sausage curb,
Er ist
and now I'm on 7th.
Und der ist 6 Runden lang, also könnte durchfahren.
So there were some other guys in the pits as well.
Okay, und dann...
Ja,
And man, that
Aber
gets
es
it gets better.
ja.
That's
Dass
good.
der Schubert den...
I mean, I'm on 7th place. That's amazing.
Die bleib ich auch noch.
Again. So remember when I was there on P7 when the first guys
Ich denke, ich werde
got
gleich ein bisschen auf die Reifen achten, weil ich glaube, weiter nach vorne komme ich nicht.
okay.
Ich sag dir Bescheid, übrigens, good
Ja.
job.
Ah,
Good job.
fuck.
So recognizing
Okay,
that P7 is the maximum I can do, because Schubert and Peters, the Volksmobile guys, are
Schubert und Peter sind 25 Sekunden.
exactly
Ich glaube nicht, dass ich die
they're
aufholen
25 seconds away from me, and if they pit,
Du fährst
if they pit, they will stay
schneller
3
als
seconds ahead of me.
Schubert,
So
letzte
doesn't matter what I do, I will not catch them.
Mach ruhig langsamer.
And even if I
Kann
catch
er nicht.
them, they're gonna be on a fresher rubber
Ich glaub,
than
das
myself,
kann ich. Aber
and
ich schau auf die Reifen.
then I'm a, easy pickup for them. So P7 is the maximum I can do,
Understood
and
my
this
message?
is ultra positive.
Ja, good
Closing
job,
down
good
on Luca and putting him in under
Alles klar.
immense pressure is was a good key for me to
job.
progress
Sag
up
dir
to
gleich,
this
wie alles
position.
aussieht vor dir.
And the place I was
Oh,
before,
Polle ist immer noch draußen, oder?
after everybody stopped,
Ja, die wird doch
was
nicht mehr
P7
rein,
as
oder?
well. So
Meinst du?
actually, this is
Der ist als Weißdienst gefahren, der kann keinen
this is
Einschlag.
great. Yeah.
Ach so.
So a great race so far, but
Aber der wird
But
wahrscheinlich
again,
auch so oft dann
3.5 seconds. Jannis Walborn, he's
he's
well known
Ja,
for
Schubert macht
his,
ständig Fehler,
yeah,
also das ist-
how to say, for his tenor attitude.
Du bist
You
übrigens
know,
persönlich besten ersten Sektor.
going for it and risk and taking the risk of a collision, but at least he tried. You know, at least he tried. And if you're too afraid of it, then get out of his way and let him go. So this is gonna be a huge task to defend P7. The question is, should I do
Vollborn
this?
hinter.
After all I've been through last year,
3 Sekunden.
should I do this and risk P7, P8 for?
Kann ich ihn
I
verteidigen?
think there's only 1 point on the table.
Das kann ich noch nicht beurteilen. Ich kann
But
es
doesn't matter.
Runden sagen.
Exactly.
Ist aber egal,
Doesn't matter.
weiter,
Just
runter.
do your thing.
So oder so
If,
richtig gutes
if
Rennen.
he's got a fresher rubber, it's okay. Let him close down. But overtaking, as we all know, on this track is another thing. So let's see what he can do. Checking my rear mirror, and look who.
Vollborn direkt hinter mir.
Exactly. Look who there is. So Janus is
yeah,
just
der
3
nächste.
tenths behind me, and he's on fire, man. He's really on fire.
Auch eine gute Pace. Guck mal, ob der Volvo nicht überhaupt überholen kann.
I think he will.
Spritcheck.
So
32,5.
Okay.
again, no understeer. He hits the turns perfectly. Now I'm boosting, but no.
Für 7 Runden.
Oh, why is this car sliding?
Oh.
Okay. So
Ja,
I think
locker.
there's
Bitte
some
auch, Larry. Ja, kommt was.
some potential for discussion. I mean, I could have closed down the door on him, but actually I was thinking he's gonna overtake me here on the start-finish straight. So
Okay.
I wasn't really awaiting him to try a move
Alles
there
gut.
in turn
Tschüss.
13,
Hast
but
du
okay, he
durchgelassen,
did.
oder?
And if you see, he's
Nicht auf
certainly
richtig so,
quicker.
müssen
So
nicht streiten.
even if I tried to defend,
Musst nicht
it's
nur
just a
scheißen.
waste of time and putting me up to risk to be
Oh, it's
closed
a little
down by Jungblut and Schluter. Because these two guys are close enough to each other and they seem to be quicker than myself as well. So maybe on a long game or on a longer stretch, it might be the best decision to let Janus go, even though it sucks, but try to defend then P8. And you can see they're closing down. So I think this could go down to the wire.
Der Rennleiter.
Some heated discussions, but
gehe selber so ein
there
bisschen vom
is
Gas und versuche
Alexander
den
Ruth,
Abstand
who
ein bisschen
is
wiederherzustellen.
stranded
Nein,
on the
nein,
grass,
nein,
causing a
nein,
full
nein,
course
nein,
yellow
nein.
situation. So it helps me because it got me some of you left to push, but 49% on the front left
Aber warum hörst du es
is
nicht? Hab ich
critical.
nicht mitbekommen,
The
dass
question
es nicht
is
Ja, keine Ahnung,
what
weil
the
er
Russia
eigentlich
GP
alles
guys are doing.
funktioniert, hat er vorhin gesagt,
Apparently
ich kann
they
nicht so schnell
are
reagieren, Alter.
Ganz ruhig.
pitting.
Wir haben noch 4 Runden.
How is it possible that the
Das
gap
machen
is
wir
getting
all out
bigger?
und dann-
Yes, they're in a pit. Alex Kraft is now up to P9, while
Lukas, die sind bestimmt
Jungblut
heiß.
is going further down from me. They pitted for new tires. Oof, that's gonna be hard to defend it because it's a free stop for them. Wow. Okay, that's a smart move. So let's see. Can I defend them all for those tires? Lap 41, 2 laps to go, and the Russia GP is right there on my tails. Green flag is out since for 2 laps now. So they got it. They managed to overtake Alex Kraft, and now they're extremely quick on my tails.
Lass uns aber bitte trotzdem noch
And I
einen
think
Sprint noch mal
I'm
kurz
done.
machen.
Fast schon. Fokussiert.
I mean, both
Ah,
cars
okay, ja. Okay,
behind, so teamwork I think is now gonna be a key matter.
Ja, ich habe 89 Grad.
Important key. And there's nothing I can do. Now I'm boosting on a straight to, you know, defending.
Okay, Cooper kann weiterfahren.
He's putting his no. Oh,
Dazwischen.
yeah, I'm done. This is what I meant. This is what I said. Teamwork. Jungblut put myself in a vulnerable situation, and Schluter just has to accelerate past me because his tires are so much better. And being on a dirty side is basically no acceleration at all. So I have to admit, great teamwork by those guys, but it's just, it sucks because it's, you know, so close to the finish line and losing 2 places.
Gefickt haben die mich, ey. Wir hätten reinfahren sollen.
Well, colorful language, but I think it's fair to say that they fucked me. They fucked me. So, 1 lap to go, and now I have to look what Alex Kraft is doing, where he is, because the last thing I want to do is lose the 10th place on the last lap. But he's not in my mirrors, he's 2 seconds behind, so if I don't spun off, I think I should be through. And Soren just 10 seconds behind on P12, so final point. Let's go on board for the final lap. Yeah, and actually for me there's nothing more to do. I mean, just look at that. Jungblut is 4 seconds ahead of me now. This is the point where they overtook me. And these guys are 4.5 freaking seconds ahead of me. That's huge.
Ja, perfekt für uns gelaufen.
How the fuck you wanna defend a pace difference of 4 seconds, man? That's just impossible. And Kraft is now 1.3 seconds behind. Okay, I'm slowing down, I'm just relaxing, I just don't want to do anything stupid just to bring it home over the line. But hey, still, it just now is 1 second. Give him 1 more lap. And he's gonna get me.
Strategie, das war echt perfekt. Mit dem Schubert.
But doesn't matter.
Aber, ja.
Lucas Schmidt finished on 2nd place. And I am over the line in a few seconds. Right now securing 10th place and 3 important points.
Okay, Platz bist du leer.
Wow.
P10.
So no, well, for me, I'm not really happy with that. But you know,
Ja,
if
ich mein's-
anybody told me that Cesario is gonna be on the podium in the first season opener in the next year, after this season we had, I wouldn't believe that. But that's reality right now. Congrats to Lucas Schmidt for this incredible job. But also congrats to the Clifford Royal Racing Team, finishing this race on P1 and P3. Alex Knezovic won this race. He beat the record of my team principal Gonzalez Cativo for the most Grand Prix starts in a GSO community for 80, and he does it in style. He wins this race, and his teammate Cooper McAllister securing the final place on the podium on P3. Congratulations, guys. Concerning myself, yeah, I mean, I did the best I could out of the difficult situation I was put in by my computer, by my software, but it was a good pace, it was a good job, and you can certainly see some potential in this car. You know, it still sucks to lose 2 places, 2 important places in a penultimate corner, but what should we do, you know? Because the Russian GP guys reacted in the opposite way. If I go to the pits, they stay out. If I stay out, they go to the pits. That's exactly what they did. So I think, doesn't matter how you wrap that, I think I would have lost those 2 places anyway. But P10 is still a positive thing for me, especially that the Mexico race last year was not really good. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I really enjoyed this race. What do you think about it? Do you like this race, or do you have some better ideas how to improve the video, how to improve my driving? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you really enjoyed it, and see you then in 2 weeks' time in Kialami for the South African Grand Prix. Thanks a lot and stay healthy. Goodbye.